Hi, I'm here with Beckett Johnson. He's our product manager for Workplace Experience, and we're going to talk about some updates to Office Space that are coming May 15th. Hi, Beckett.
Hey Rachel, how's it going?
Let's talk a little bit about the why behind the products that you're building and the employee homepage. We know that companies really across every sector right now are experiencing a massive change. It might be a return to office mandate, trying to get folks into the office 5 days a week, or at least a couple times a week. Is there anything in particular that you think folks should be focused on when it comes to rolling out those hybrid policies more effectively, really getting that engagement that they're looking for?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question because in office space, we see a lot of workplace leaders, they glean great insights from the data that we're able to provide. But in terms of informing a decision and actually taking action to improve their workplace policy, the real biggest hurdle to executing on those changes is workplace experience, right? And so we're seeing that ease of use when it comes to employees being able to reserve space, whether it's a meeting room or a desk, and autonomously engage with their workplace in a way where they can understand where they're going to be most productive, find that space and reserve it. And then also do that in a way where they're in on the same days and near their closest collaborators, all while you're changing the way that you might want people to come in or how often they're coming in. That's a hard thing to pull off. And so we're noticing that things like this upcoming employee homepage that we've invested in are having a huge impact on that.
It sounds difficult to say we want to change employee behavior, but how can we really enable companies to do that with the tools that we give them?
Yeah, that's a great question. Really, it just means that you need to make it intuitive. You need to make it easy because we've realized that if you don't do those things, employees are going to default to doing the thing that is easier for them, which is nothing, not engaging with even something like desk booking or hoteling, which ultimately leads to you not getting good reporting data on when those desks are being used. It means that their colleagues can't see when they're going to come into the office. And for some people who have booked a desk, it means that they find a squatter at the desk that they've booked when they do book it. And so there are so many cascading consequences of not having a system that's really intuitive and really easy. And that's what we've tried to address here with this new employee homepage.
Awesome. Now Beckett's actually going to show you what this looks like, how it all works. Have a look.
Here's the new employee homepage. This will look different depending on how you have office space set up. But in my particular instance, I have room booking, desk booking, and workplace announcements set up. One of the first things that you might notice is this weekly calendar view that shows me my upcoming bookings and when some of my key collaborators are going to be in the office. One fun thing to call out here is that I can favorite certain people with this menu and they will be prioritized within this preview, showing me really easily when those people that I want to work with are going to be in the office. One additional thing about this weekly calendar view is that if I notice, for example, on Wednesday, I have 2 meetings and some of my key collaborators are going to be in the office, I can quickly click this button here, and that allows me to book a desk really easily in just a couple of clicks. As you can see there, now it's showing up in my weekly calendar view. In addition, we have workplace announcements on the bottom right. This gives me a quick preview of what's going on in the office. And for our existing users who may be a little bit more acclimated to the visual interactive experience of our interactive floor plan within Office Space, they can easily access that here. One final thing that I'd like to call out about the employee homepage is that workplace announcements isn't required. If you don't want to use workplace announcements, you can easily disable that in settings. And the result is that you have an easy way for your employees to see their upcoming bookings. And with that being said, that's the new employee homepage.
Thank you so much, Beckett. I think everyone's going to be really excited about this.
Yeah, we're really excited about this here at Office Space. We're just excited to see how this ends up impacting our customers and everyone else.
And we have another video coming up. You're going to be talking about workplace announcements, which of course is part of the employee homepage, but I think that deserves its own separate conversation because there's a lot to dive into there.
It does. It really does.
We'll see you on the next one.